Hi, I'm Watson.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you guys have not been here before, my name is Katie and this is our family vlog channel. But today I'm going to do like a sit down Q&A, get to know me video. So I have some mommy friends that I'm in a Facebook group for other mom vloggers, YouTube vloggers, and I asked them if they had any questions they wanted to ask me. So I have a list on my phone here of some questions that they have for me. So I'm going to answer those, and hopefully you guys can get to know me a little bit better and get to know the mom behind the camera on the Life with the Love Days channel. So here we go. This first question is from my friend Rachel, and her channel is Estiville Family Vlog, so you can check that out. Her first question is, what have you missed most during quarantine? I think for me it's definitely just seeing my friends, my family, people, like our whole family, even our kids, we're all very social. We love to be with people. And so that was really hard for our whole family, not being able to see any of our friends and just be around people. We all five kind of got a little tired of each other, but it's getting better now. We've been able to get out and see people, so we're not quite dealing with that anymore. But yeah, that was a really hard part, was just being at home with just the five of us and not getting to see our family and our friends, because we're really used to being with other people a lot. Her next question is, what's your favorite book that you've ever read? I don't want to say the cliche answer and say the Bible, but that is my favorite book. I love the Bible, obviously, but I do love to read. I love novels, and so I've read so many novels. I love Jodi Picoult. She's one of my favorite authors for novels. Her books are always very thought-provoking. So if you've never read her books, but you like novels that would make you think, that she's a really great author to check out. I like Nicholas Sparks' books too. I'm kind of cheesy. I like his books. The next question is, what's your favorite food? I don't really have like one favorite. I do kind of tend to stick with like the same things. Like if I know that I like something at a certain restaurant or whatever, I'm not super adventurous, so I kind of stick with the same things that I've ordered in the past. I like pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? I love Chinese food, Japanese food, Italian, Mexican. I love everything. I'm not super picky. My favorite movie, I don't know. See, I'm the type of person, like when I watch a movie once, I don't really like to watch movies again. Like my husband, he is super into Star Wars and superheroes, and those movies, he can watch those movies 100 times and still enjoy them. But for me, I'm like, if I've seen it once, then I'm kind of like, I've seen it. I know what happens. I've seen it. I don't need to watch it again. So I just don't watch movies again. So I don't really know if I have a favorite. I like chick flicks. I like comedy. I like historical movies. Just kind of a little bit of everything. And her last question is, do I have any budgeting tips? So I am, I don't really want to say cheap, but I'm very frugal. So as a stay-at-home mom, I kind of feel like it's part of my job and my responsibility, since I don't, make an income, to help make my husband's income last longer. So I love to coupon. I've been couponing for years, pretty much since we got married. I always shop like sales and clearance. Yeah, pretty much I hate to pay full price for stuff. So if I can get a sale on it or use a coupon just to help our money, stretch farther, I love that. I love like thrift stores and yard sales, especially for like clothes and stuff for the kids, because they grow so fast. I hate paying full price for stuff that I know they're gonna get a stain in or whatever, tear up. So yeah, so I do like to definitely stick to the budget as much as I can and help our one income family lifestyle, just help that stretch farther. Next question is from Razel, and her channel is The Justices. She asked, what do you do when you're able to have a me time? That's a really great question, because as a stay-at-home mom, you know, our job is 24/7. We don't, you know, clock in and then clock out. You're on call all day long. So my husband is really awesome, though. He always tells me, like, if you need time, then go take it. So I do try to take advantage of that and take time. I kind of have a thing where every Wednesday, usually Wednesday mornings, he works from home, and so he will watch the kids, and I go to Target, and that is like my me time every Wednesday morning. And I love it because, like, Target's never crowded at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday morning, so it's like dead in there, and I can get my Starbucks drink and just stroll and take my time, just, I don't know, just relaxing. That's fun for me. I do try to find little moments to have me time, and my husband is really great about helping me with that. She also asked, are you a working mom or a stay-at-home mom? Which I think I've already said that. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm very blessed that financially we are able to do that. And I've been a stay-at-home mom since my oldest was born, so 6 years ago. And I love it. I always said that I wanted to be able to be home when my kids were little. Like, I want to be there for all of those moments, like walking and saying their first words and, you know, all of those special things that you know, would miss. So I am blessed that I'm able to do that, and I love it. It can be crazy, it can be exhausting, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had a job that I could just go to because I need to escape, I need to get out of this house. But I really do love it, and I'm very grateful that I'm able to do it. Okay, the next question is from Bianca, and her channel is the Happy Whammy. And she asked, what's your favorite thing to do with your kids? Our family, we love to, like, go do things. Go to farms, go to little, like, amusement parks, children's museums, the park, the playground, the pool, the splash pad, the aquarium, the zoo. Like, we love to do stuff like that as a family. And so those are some of my favorite things that we do with our kids, just because I love, like, seeing their excitement and seeing those things through their eyes. And it's just a really fun time to spend together as a family. So those type of things are just my favorite things to do with them. The next question is from Denise, and her channel is Denise Ponce. So she asked, how did you and your husband meet? So we met at college. We actually met, that's the short story. We met at college. The long story is that like a week into our freshman year, we went to a small Christian university. And they had these things that were kind of like volunteer mission teams that you could apply for, and they would put you randomly on a team with, you know, a handful of other college students, and you would be assigned like a organization or a church or, you know, whatever to work with, like, once a week. So they had some teams that went to homeless shelters, some teams went to, like, children's homes, and so my husband and I both signed up for a team, got put on the same team together. And so that's how we met. He was the only guy. I think there was like 6 or 7 of us girls on the team, and he was the only guy. And he was really quiet, and I just, like, I wasn't really looking for anything. I was a freshman. I was at this new place. I went to college like 1,000 miles from where I lived, so I didn't really know anybody. You know, so I didn't think of him as like a boyfriend potential or anything, but he says he liked me right from the start. But, you know, as we worked at this team together at this church, we both decided to work with the teenagers, the youth group at the church, and all the other girls wanted to work with, like, little kids. And so me and him were the only ones that worked with the teenagers, so we got really close because we were having to come up with, like, lessons and games and stuff together. And so the more time that we spent together, we became really good friends, and then friendship turned into romance. And so that was like 11, 12 years ago, and here we are. So I'm thankful that we randomly got put on the same team and were able to meet each other. And the other question she asked is, who are your top 3 favorite YouTubers? That's a great question. So my number 1 favorite YouTuber is actually my aunt, and her name is Erica, and her channel is the Dorset Doorstep. And so you guys need to go check that out. She has been on YouTube for several years now. She just started it as like a way to, you know, capture the memories of her family, and then she's just grown, and it's awesome. She has thousands of subscribers, and she just does like lifestyle. She does lots of do-it-yourself projects like around her house. She does cooking and cleaning, and I just love watching her videos. So she would be my number 1. My second favorite YouTuber is probably, her name is Brittany Boren Leach. I don't know if some of you have seen her videos or not. She has been on YouTube for a while. She's a mom. She has a bunch of boys. And tragically, this past Christmas, they had a little baby. I think he was around 3 months old. And tragically, he passed away, like, unexpectedly. It was really, really sad. And since that happened, you know, she took a break from YouTube for a while. And so she's back now. She is making some videos, not as much as she did before. But I just love her style. Like, I feel like I can relate to her because she's a young mom just like me. And she's also, I think, helping a lot of moms and families that have had similar, like, losing a child, which I can't relate to that, but I know that it does touch a lot of people. So definitely go check out her channel. I love her. I love her energy. She is awesome. And my third favorite YouTuber, I don't know. So I mentioned how I love, like, couponing and budgeting. There's a couponer that I follow on YouTube, and her name is Coupon Katie. And she posts, like, breakdowns, so she'll go to Target or Walgreens or CVS and get stuff for super cheap or, like, free. And she'll do, like, a breakdown video, like, exactly what to use, what coupons to use, what app to use. And so I like watching those just because she makes it super easy for me to understand. And so, yeah, if you're into couponing, go check her out. So the next questions are from Angie, and her channel is called Bella and Mommy. Her first question is, when is your birthday? My birthday is September 9th. Where were you born? I was actually born in a really small town in South Carolina. So if you hear an accent, that's where it's from. The funny thing is my family actually moved to Vermont when I was 3. And we lived there, you know, the whole rest of my childhood. And so I guess since I learned to talk in South Carolina as a young child, that's just how I've always talked. So, like, even growing up in Vermont, like, people at school would be like, where are you from? You have an accent. And I would be like, I'm from here. Like, I don't even have any memories of living in South Carolina as a child, but I have the accent. So it's just kind of funny. And now we live in Massachusetts, and I still have the accent, and people ask me all the time where I'm from. I don't even explain the whole Vermont thing. I just say I'm from South Carolina, even though, like, I don't claim South Carolina as my home, but people don't understand because I have this accent that I can't get rid of. So that's the story behind that. Angie asked, do you have any siblings? And if so, are you close? So I'm the oldest. I have 2 younger siblings, but we're super close in age. So me and my middle brother are 20 months apart, and then him and our younger brother are 20 months apart. So our parents said that they wanted to get, like, the baby stage done with all at once. So they had us super close. And so, yeah, I think that we're really close. We don't live close to each other, so that makes it kind of hard. My middle brother lives in Chicago. My youngest brother lives in Denver. So we really only get to see each other sometimes in the summer. They'll come out here. And then usually at Christmas, we all get together. So that's nice. But we do try to, like, FaceTime and, you know, keep up with each other on social media and stuff. Since we don't get to see each other very often. And Angie's last question is, how many kids do you have, and would you like any more? So I have 3 kids, and I would say that we are 99% sure that we're done having kids. There's always a chance, but as of right now, I think we're done. Like with my other 2, after I had Emery and after I had Lawson, I knew that we weren't done. You know, I had that instinct, that feeling that we were supposed to have another one. And so we had Elliot, and then after Elliot was born, I didn't have that feeling anymore. Like, I feel very I don't know what the word is, satisfied with having 3 kids. Like, I feel like our family could be complete. So that's what, like, I don't have that feeling that I did with the other 2, that I knew our family wasn't complete. But, like, I don't want to say 100% we're not going to have any more kids. We've also, my husband and I have always talked about adoption, and that's something that's very near and dear to our hearts. And so we're not ruling out that possibility either, that maybe later on in life we would, you know, have a 4th child through adoption. We'll see. We're just kind of leaving it up to God, and wherever He leads us, we will pick that path to go down. The next question is from Alicia, and her channel is Kristin Cutie. And she asked, how long have you and your husband been together? So we just celebrated our 8th wedding anniversary in May. So we've been married for 8 years, but we dated for 3.5 years before we were married. So yeah, we've been together for like a decade, and it seems like it's been like 100 years, but at the same time, like, it seems like it has been like that. It's kind of funny how that works. And she also asked, what's your family's favorite vacation? We love going on cruises. We've been on several cruises, but obviously right now that's not going to happen for a long time. And we also, I don't know, we just like family things. So like last summer, my brothers both came. You know, I mentioned that they live far away. They both came, and my parents and us, and we like rented a big farmhouse, and we just spent a week in Vermont, like in the middle of nowhere, in this big old farmhouse. And like, those are just fun vacations for me. Even though we're not doing anything super exciting or super special, we're just spending time together. And so that type of thing is my favorite vacation to do, just resting and relaxing and spending time together as a family. The next questions are from Jalissa, and her channel is Mama J's Crazy Life. And she asked, what did you think you would be doing in life right now versus what you are doing in life? So basically, how has your life changed from what you had planned when you were younger? That's a good question, but I'm sorry to say I don't really have an exciting answer, because this is what I always wanted to do. Like, even as a young girl, I knew I wanted to be a mom. Like, people would ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I knew that I wanted to be a mom and a wife. So yeah, that's what I always wanted to be, was a mom and a wife. And I know that's kind of a boring answer, because that's what I am now, full-time mom and wife. But yeah, I did. So I went to college and I got my bachelor's in early childhood education, because I love kids and I do love teaching. That is something that I love and that I did want to do, but I wanted to be a mom first. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom once I had kids. And so that's what happened. My ideal situation would be, like, once my kids are all in school, like full-time, all in elementary school, I would love to get a job working at their school, you know, the school that they go to, so that I can take them to school. They can leave when I leave. We have all the same, like, breaks and holidays off. That would be, like, ideal situation for me. So we'll just see, you know, how that ends up. I have several years until I have to worry about that. The next question is from Sarah, and her channel is Tickets for 5. And Sarah asked, where were you born, where you live? And I already talked about how I was born in South Carolina, and now I live in Massachusetts. So no, not at all. She also asked, book, movie, or both? I love to read books. Like I mentioned, I love novels. And movies, I do like movies. Now, if there's a movie that has been made about a book, I like to try to read the book first and then watch the movie, because I know sometimes they leave a lot of stuff out in the movies that are in the book. So I do like to try to read a book first and then watch the movie. The next questions are from Ashley, and her channel is Ashley Lott. And she said, why did you start your channel? So that's a great question. I started my channel to have the memories. Like, I wanted to do family vlogs of us doing things, you know, going places, holidays, family functions, just to be able to have those memories, because my kids are growing so fast, you know, and I want to remember, you know, how they were when they were little, and just have those to look back on when they're grown. So that's why I started my channel. She asked, what's your dream vacation spot? So I really want to go to Hawaii someday. I think that that would be awesome. Like with the family, take the kids. But I also want to go to Alaska just with my husband. Like, I want that to be like one of our big anniversary trips. I've always wanted to go to Alaska and get to see all the stuff up there. So those two, Hawaii and Alaska, those are like on my list, like must do. She also asked, if you had to eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a really hard question. I don't know. Maybe pizza, because you could always like mix and match the toppings. I don't know. Okay, and the last question is from Stephanie, and her channel is Perry Planet. And her question is, which TV mom are you most like and why? That's a good question. I don't know. One show that my husband and I really like to watch, it's an older show called Everybody Loves Raymond. And it's just about a family. The whole show is about the family. And the mom's name is Deborah. And I can kind of see a little bit of myself in Deborah. Like right now, we've been going back and watching all the seasons. I think there's like 8 or 9 seasons. And so we've started watching all of them. And yeah, there's just some things that she does or says, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so me. So I wouldn't say I'm 100% like her, but I think I can identify with her. So if you've ever seen Everybody Loves Raymond, you know Deborah. You know what I'm talking about. So those are all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about me, and I liked sharing it with you. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. It really does mean the world to me. I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
For watching. And if you like this video,